Nebulae are frequently areas where stars are being formed, as seen in the Eagle Nebula's pillars of creation. The gas, dust, and other material formations in these areas clump together to form denser regions, which draw in more matter and finally reach a density where stars can form. Planets and other planetary system objects are thought to be formed from the leftover material at that point. Most nebulae are enormous in size, some have diameters of hundreds of light years. When close by, a nebula that is visible to the human eye from Earth would appear bigger but not any brighter. Early astronomers failed to notice the Orion Nebula, the brightest nebula in the sky and taking up an area twice the angular diameter of the full moon. Most nebulae are much less dense than any vacuum formed on Earth, despite the fact that they are denser than the space around them. An Earth-sized nebular cloud would have a total mass of only a few kilograms. While some nebulae are so diffuse that they may only be seen with long exposures and specialized filters, others are visible owing to fluorescence created by embedded blazing stars. Some nebulae have fluctuating T-Tauri star illumination. Initially, any diffused astronomical object, including galaxies outside the Milky Way, was referred to as a nebula. Before the real nature of galaxies was established in the early 20th century by Vesto Slipher, Edwin Hubble, and others, spiral galaxies in general were referred to as spiral nebulae and the Andromeda Galaxy as the Andromeda Nebula. The majority of nebulae are connected to stars and lighted by starlight, as Edwin Hubble discovered. He also assisted in classifying nebulae according to the kind of light spectrum they emitted. Ptolemy documented 5 stars that appeared hazy in books 7 through 8 of his Almagest somewhere around 150 AD. In addition, he noticed a nebulosity patch between the constellations Leo and Ursa Major that was unrelated to any stars. The Persian astronomer Abd al-Rahman al-Sufi wrote about the first real nebula, as opposed to a star cluster, in his Book of Fixed Stars, 964. Where the Andromeda Galaxy is located, he noticed a tiny cloud. In addition, he classified nebulous objects like Brocchi's cluster and the Omicron Velorum star cluster as nebulous stars. Chinese and Arabic astronomers spotted the supernova, known as SN 1054, that produced the Crab Nebula in 1054. Nicolas Claude Fabre de Paris used a telescope to find the Orion Nebula in 1610. Johann Baptist Cesat also noticed this nebula in 1618. However, Christian Huygens, who also thought he was the first to find this nebulosity, did not conduct the initial thorough investigation of the Orion Nebula until 1659.